So, let's talk about a huge question every designer, every marketer has to face. You've made something that looks great, but will people actually look at the important parts? Today, we're going to dig into a tool that promises to give you that answer.
I mean, seriously, think about it for a second. You spend weeks, maybe even months, pouring your heart into a new website, a package design, an ad, anything. But when it really comes down to it, are you just kind of crossing your fingers and guessing that people will see the call to action? Are you just relying on opinions?
The whole idea here is to just stop guessing. It's about making that shift from hoping your design connects with people to knowing it does, using real, hard data to back up your creative choices. And this is the tool that makes that happen. It's called Attention Predictor, and it's an AI that gives you those visual attention insights in like seconds. You just upload your design, and bam, it shows you exactly where people's eyes are most likely to go.
Now, you might be thinking this sounds a little like magic, but it's not. This isn't just some algorithm making stuff up. The AI's predictions are built on a gigantic foundation of real human data. It's learned to spot patterns from how thousands and thousands of actual people have looked at designs in the past. So how accurate can an AI really be? Well, get this. Its predictions are 91% correlated with what you get from a traditional, in-a-lab, real human eye-tracking study. That is an absolutely incredible level of accuracy, and you get it without the lab, the people, or the long wait times. And the reason it's so good is just the staggering amount of data behind it. We're not talking about a few thousand images here. This AI was trained on the results from over 1.7 million separate eye-tracking experiments. And if we zoom in even closer, within all those experiments, the AI learned from over 34 million individual fixations. A fixation is just any single point where a person's eye paused to take something in. That level of detail, that granularity, is exactly what gives this AI its predictive power. So what do you actually get when you run a test? Well, it breaks down into two really useful parts. First, you get the visual insights. You know, the stuff like heat maps that show you the hot spots. But second, and this is where it gets super powerful, you get actual numbers. Metrics like speed, which tells you how fast an element gets noticed. Reach, or what percentage of people see it. And hold, how long they look at it. This is the hard data that tells you the story behind the visuals. Okay, so how does this fit into a real workflow? The best way to think about it is like a smart funnel. You can throw a dozen different ideas into it at the very beginning. The data will immediately show you which ones are duds, filtering them out. And that lets you focus all of your time and energy on polishing the few designs that actually work. So when you pull it all together, the value is just crystal clear. You're getting critical insights right at the beginning of the process, which lets you move so much faster. You're swapping out subjective feedback for objective data, and at the end of the day, you're going to save a huge amount of time and money by finding out what doesn't work early. Ultimately, it's all about making sure your most important messages aren't just sitting there on the page, but that they're actually being seen. And it leaves you with a really important question. Are you designing for what just looks good, or are you designing for what actually gets noticed?